Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Let's get after it, man. Good Sunday. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. We're about to keep it going, man. It's going to be a good sports day. Let's get after it. All right. So, as always, before we look forward, got to look back. Here's how we did on Saturday. Let me put that bat down. White Sox, Pirates over 8.5. Got it. Yankees, Braves over 9.5. Got it. Reds, Mets over 9. Ends at 7. Orioles, Rays over 9. Ends 4-3. We almost had that one, though. Kyle Schwarber home run plus 245. We got that one. So we'll definitely take it. Now, that Orioles, Rays, dude, it was 4-2 Rays going into the top of the ninth. Rays are the home team. Rays are up 4-2 going to the top of the ninth. So 4-2. Then 4-3, right? And if we could have got the Orioles to get one more run, we guaranteed at least a push in that one, 4-4. We would have, somebody's got to score a fifth run at least, right? So, yeah, we almost had that one. But almost only counts hand grenades and horseshoes. Is that how it goes? Yeah, all right. So, anyway, that's how we did yesterday. We will take it. Okay. Robert said, good morning, DTL. Good morning, big dog. Good to see you, man. That guy, UFC 318, beat my bankroll's ass last night. He's in Holland. Wow. I didn't catch a whole lot of it. Was it a big night? Were there a lot of like upsets and stuff? Liddy, good morning, everybody. Iceman. Liddy, good to see you, buddy. Liddy's Giants, Mets, Baltimore, Royal Rumble. Round robin, no sweet parlay. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys could hit the like button, it would definitely help. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it right back up, man. Be huge. Okay. All right. Let's get into it here. House Schwab, the crucif play of the day. Where are we going? All right. 2 games, 4 options. Yankees, Braves, over 9.5, under 9.5. Going Red Sox, Cubs, over 6.5. Under 6.5. All right. Polls in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. Okay. Big Kirk said, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Matty Ice. Good to see you, bro. Spell Dog. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, man. All right. Let's get after it for today. Okay. 4 options here. See what we like, don't like. All right. Red Sox, Cubs. Going over 6.5. I'm doing it. Pulling the trigger. Yes, I understand. Pitching matchup's great. Don't care. We're going to get over 6.5. Yankees, Braves, over 9.5. These guys just continue to pound against each other. Braves are scoring a bunch of runs, giving up a bunch of runs. Yankees are scoring runs, giving up a bunch of runs. So I'm going to roll that one over 9.5. White Sox, Pirates, over 9. Look, I don't know if anybody on planet Earth is betting this series. We've been, and it's been absolutely raking in terms of runs. And we've got even better weather today. Then we're going to go. I'm going right back to the Orioles and the Rays. Over 9, you can give it to me. Now, here's the thing as well with this play. All right. Might be too close. With the Orioles and the Rays over. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we wanted. We want. I'm taking it at 9, but shop around. I think this Orioles Rays is about to pop 8.5. Most of the books should have the under trending, right? So I just listed it at 9 because that's pretty much where I found it at most of the books that I use. But search around. Or if you want to wait for a second, see if you can get that 8.5. Yeah, for sure. I totally get it, right? Yeah, see if you can get that. But I'm going to play it at 9. Again, shop around, see if you can find your best number. That guy, Judge home run today. 34% boost on DraftKings. Well, tell you what, my friend, why don't we just get into it right now? Because, look, Aaron Judge is absolutely friggin' due. Aaron Judge is due plus 175. Shohei Ohtani plus 205. Pete Alonso plus 255. Rafael Devers plus 325. George Springer of the Blue Jays plus 400. Where are you going? Because I'll tell you, I'm going Aaron Judge. I'm going Aaron Judge. Guy, I'm with you in the fact that Judge is due to hit a bomb. Whale said, I won't bet him, so congrats to all that hit on Judge today. There we go. Look, Big Will's on it. Look, I feel the same way, like Whale, that you talk about Judge. I talk about Bryce Harper. Like, I never can get on when Harper's hitting bombs. So I'm going to follow Will. Yeah, I never get him right. I know what you mean. Dude, I'm right there. I'm the same way with Harper. So I'm going to follow Big Will. Now, Harper hit one. Harper and Schwarber both hit one. They both hit one yesterday, and both are absolutely mashing. So, yeah, look, I'm following Will's lead on this one because, well, I'm right there with you, right? So, Will, good call. I like it. On this list, I'm going to go Judge. Again, I get it. Plus 175. It's chalk. Yeah. I'm rolling with him. Jordan, it's not even worth betting on Judge. I know. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, I get it, man. Like, it like, it's almost kind of not. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, plus 175 on anything. But I'm with you because, dude, it's not easy hitting home runs in Major League Baseball, right? And it's like, to get rewarded for the person that you bet on to drop a bomb, which some games have what? None, some one, some two. Like, it's not an easy bet to hit. And at plus 175, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it, dude. Matty boy, I never get the Tigers right. I feel you. I'm also like that with LSU football. I don't know what it is, man. For like the last 3 years, I can't get on the right spot. He hit 2 in a row. I think he makes it 3 games in a row. There we go. Big Will. I love it, man. I love it. Spelled out. Would you play Red Sox Cubs at over 7? Yeah, I would. I wouldn't go further than that, but yeah, I would. George Judge is never a bad bet, though. He can bomb it every bet. And you're right. Like, that's the thing. But even still, like we're me and you were saying the same thing. Like, it's so hard. Like, even somebody as good as Judge, exactly what you're saying. Like, it's still hard to play that bet because it's so easy to lose the bet. That when you look on the other side, you're like, man, plus 175. Bibbo, I'm still butthurt on last year's elimination game where I needed one base from Judge for a $5,000 ticket. I hate betting on, man. Yeah, it's frustrating. All right. Yep. I'm gonna go Judge, but again, you let me know. I mean, George Springer, not a bad play. You know what I mean? I mean, any of these guys are. I don't know. Rafael Devers scares me. You truly never know what you're going to get. Never know. All right, let's jump into weather here. All right, Orioles and the Rays. Okay. Again, I know that we lost by a run on getting the push yesterday. I'm going right back to the well. Weather's even better. Temperature 91. Feels like 101. All right, light rain percentage chance. But again, it's light. 3.5 miles an hour blowing out. I love the humidity here. I love it. We got a good pitching matchup. Yeah, I'm going to roll the over on that one. White Sox and the Pirates, you already know. It's the best weather that we've had. 82 degrees, feels like 86. So you got high humidity. You're in the 70 percentile. All right, precipitation chance, 5%, nothing. 10.5 miles an hour blowing out. Great weather again here, man. Take advantage while we can, while these two teams are actually attempting to score runs. Padres and the Nationals, solid here. Temperature 87 degrees, feels like 93. Light percent chance of rain in the game, 5%, 8.5 miles an hour blowing out. Solid weather here, man. Angels and the Phillies, solid weather here. Great weather, honestly. 85 degrees, feels like 93. 7% chance of rain, nothing. 5.5 miles an hour blowing out. We've got great humidity today across the country. Yankees and the Braves, 90 degrees, feels like 94. You're looking at 76% chance or 76% humidity, 0 chance of rain, 9 miles an hour blowing out. Love it. Love it. Reds and the Mets, love the weather here. 87 degrees, feels like 94, like 79% humidity, 6.5 miles an hour blowing out. Love it. Red Sox and the Cubs. This one is tough. Tough. 74 degrees, feels like 76. It's going to be like a greenhouse feeling at this game. All right. Rain, 10 to 17% chance throughout the game. 9.5 miles an hour blowing in. Yes. And we're playing the over on this one. But again, I wasn't counting on home runs to begin with. I was counting on guys getting on base. So honestly, if the wind is blowing this hard, or if the wind is blowing in, I actually want it. You might as well blow hard as hell because I wasn't counting on home runs against Crochet anyway, right? So just go ahead and just make it insanity. This is going to be a wild game here. Tigers and the Rangers. All right. So this one's under a roof, but I just wanted to show you how nice this would be. And you're still going to get favorable hitting conditions just from the weather outside. All right, temperature 96, feels like 95, hot. All right, sunny. Clearly, obviously, you're not going to have rain that you got to deal with, right? And the wind speed, 15.5 miles an hour blowing out. Now, again, I show this. There's a roof. Don't bank on this regularly like you would outdoor games. But again, you're going to have decent hitting. It's going to translate a little bit. It's just too nice, right? So, yeah, there you go. All right. Home runs, hitter versus pitcher historicals. Ketel Marte, 2 home runs against your boy Miles there. Matt Chapman, he's got 2 on Barrios. Jorge Soler, he's got 2 on Suarez. Brian Reynolds, he's got 2 off Savali. George Springer, he has 2. Suarez hit him a big one. He hit 2 yesterday. He's got 2. Devers has 2 off Jose Barrios. You've seen a lot of Jose Barrios. Yelich has 2 off Clayton Kershaw. Cedric Mullins, he has 1. Santana, Shohei, Spencer Steer, Travis Deneau, Will Smith, Jose Ramirez. You see Manny Machado there. Matt said, just bet the over for LSU football. I feel you on that. Take a look at hits here. Again, man, you see it? It's like Quintana there. Yelich on Kershaw. Rafael Devers. You see Suarez up there hitting 412 off your boy Miles, man. On 17 at bats. Corey Seager. Dude, just absolutely hitting rockets off Scooball. Rosario. Wilson Contreras. There you go. All right. Hitting streaks. Chandler Simpson. 18 straight games with a hit. Churio, 13 straight games with a hit. Rafaela, 12 straight games with a hit. Realmuto, 8 straight games. Rooker, 8 straight games. Zach Neto, 7 straight. I feel like he has 1,000 straight games with a hit. O'Neal Cruz, 7 straight games with a hit. Cole Young, 7 straight. CJ Abrams, 7 straight. Bryce Harper, 6 straight. Kurtz, look at that. Nicholas Kurtz, 6 straight. Jorge Polanco's got 6. Ryan Bliss. I feel like Ryan Bliss there. He's living down there at the bottom. Okay, there you go. Injuries help when you're on this list. Get a hitting streak started, then get hurt. There you go. All right, last 7 days. Major League Baseball. Stovers, 5 home runs. Bryce Harper, 3 home runs. Kurtz, 2 home runs. Ozzie Albies, 2 home runs. Shea Langoliers, dude, 2 A's in right out of the gate. Unrae for the Royals, 2 home runs. Suarez got 2 home runs. Austin Hayes, 2 home runs. Randy Arozarena got 2. Kyle Schwarber has 2 as well. I think that's it. Yep. That's it. All right. We'll get the picks back up here. All right, Red Sox, Cubs over 6.5. Yankees, Braves over 9.5. White Sox, Pirates over 9. Orioles, Rays over 9. There we go. All right, what else going on? Yeah, Betts, I believe he is sitting today. Kevin, great call on the over in that pick game. Yeah, like, man, these two teams are going, and they're also giving them up, and the weather out there, we're getting a really nice boost, man. So, yeah, like, dude, I'm right there with you. Let's go ahead and knock one more out, man. Hopefully we can get them going. I want to get that Orioles Rays. I want to get that one. We should get a nice amount of runs there. Also get Stowe plus 390. Roddy Crochet on strikeouts. Yeah. I mean, he's a stud. Liddy. Dodgers team total over 5.5 minus 140. Over 4.5. All right. Look at you. Moving line. Well, I guess I'd be moving the other way. Either still. Taking one for the team. I wonder what Scotty is having for dinner after winning the Open Championship. Dude, here's the thing. I was thinking about this. It is brutal for golf to have a star like Scotty Scheffler who's so good and is so not interesting. And I mean not interesting from the fact that, like, he's probably awesome. He just stays to himself. Right? Like he's just regular dude, right? Like, it's tough to market that, man. Even with, I mean, he, like, I don't want this to come off as negative. I'm not. Like, he seems tremendous. He seems like a dude, right? But it's absolutely impossible to market him. There are no, like, he gives you nothing. Tiger Woods gave you nothing, but even still, there was just something about him. But Scheffler, like, yeah, he's focused. Yeah, and again, understand, I am saying none of this as a negative. I respect it. It's smart. Like, everything he's doing is the way to go about it. But if he were just, like, if this were Bryson DeChambeau and all the things that he does, and, like, I mean, his YouTube page, and, hitting balls over the house, like, if DeChambeau were going on the run on the PGA Tour that Scheffler is, I mean, you would be talking about a $500 million difference, literally. Yeah, dude, he is. DeChambeau is an ATM, and shout out to whoever got to him and was like, "Hey, look, man, you're a good dude, but you're kind of trying hard, right?" The same thing that, like, somebody got to JJ Watt and was like, "We get it. All right, you're hugging old ladies before the game, and you throw with the troops, and, like, again, all of that is awesome, but you're trying too hard. Like, we could see through it. Like, relax, be cool." And whoever got to DeChambeau, absolutely, like, just tweaked it, and he's awesome. And it's not that, like, he wasn't awesome. It just needed a little tweak. You know what I mean? And if like, it's a $500 million difference, man. It's crazy. Like, the run that Scheffler's on is insane. I mean, this dude is, I mean, he's just taking over. I mean, he's already done it. Japan, like Kevin Hart. Yeah, like, I'm not coming at JJ Watt, like, but like you could just tell, you could see, you know, in any part of life, your friends, anybody, you're like, well, you coming at this one tough, right? Like, okay, you're gonna be the brawny paper towel man. All right, that's what you're gonna be. All right. But it was like, all right, let's just get a little tweak here, and people will see really how likable that you actually are. As good as Scotty's been, puts in perspective how dominant. Oh God, yeah. I mean, and especially in a sport where it's so hard that, like, that's the thing about singular individual sports. Like, I mean, we were just talking about Aaron Judge. I mean, Aaron Judge is. I don't think anybody has anything, excuse me, negative to say about Aaron Judge. He seems like an awesome guy. But even still, in a sport like baseball, he's going to have bad games. I mean, he's going to have bad games. Everyone is, right? But it's a team sport, man. Other guys pick you up. It's all right. We got you. We won the game. Go out and match next one, right? Individual sports, man, it's just you. Like, you have to be at your A game every second. And for 4 days in a row against 118 people. I mean, it's crazy how difficult, like, it is to just be on fire. And what Tiger did doing that was insanity. He's got to become a god after running. Oh, yeah. Big time. In his head, too. He was thinking the whole time. He's like, oh, yeah, lay it on, fellas. I got your asses, and you don't even know. And I'll tell you this, too. Scotty, and again, money helps, but that's what a good attorney will do. He went and found that tape from a light pole in the city and was like, oh, he didn't touch an officer at all. How leverage just changed. And then the power move was not suing the city, but letting their ass know, I own you. He's got a free pass in Louisville forever. Now, I don't know how many times he's going to go to Louisville, but that man can do just about what he wants. He's got a free pass. Jeff, AB, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Kirk, it's good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we were just talking about that. Yeah, I mean, what Tiger did was crazy, dude. And again, like, I'm not saying any of that negatively about Scotty. I'm speaking just from, if we were all in the marketing group of the PGA Tour or individual tournaments, it's wild to see the difference of, levels of marketing. Like, if this were Tiger, if Tiger's 90s run were right now, I mean, like, the country would be like coming to a stop if this were like Masters Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, again, it's a major Sunday, right? But like, Scotty is just, and he also put it in perspective of, like, yes, I'm good at golf and I enjoy it and I work very hard, but it's not my whole life. That is a great outlook in life. It is an absolute business killer. Like, imagine changing the sport and Scotty Scheffler were the heavyweight the world champion of the WWE. Is he a babyface? Is he a heel? Is he there? Like, imagine Scotty Scheffler promos. I just want to come out and have a good match, and hopefully Paul Heyman doesn't get involved, and I've got Jim Cornette in my corner, and hopefully the fans all get home safely. Like, I mean, you can't just like cut that promo. People are like, oh yeah, yeah. But in personal life, Scotty has the best outlook possible, right? About his family, about his friends. Like, I mean, I don't want it to be like come off as negative, and I don't think that it is, but just from the marketing perspective, man, it's brutal. And what I love too is like even Scotty, like his shirts and stuff. He's not going like NASCAR driver, where he's got 91 different sponsors and patches everywhere. Like it's just Scotty looks like if you went to a high school that just implemented a dress code. Khakis, you can wear a blue polo shirt, you can wear tennis shoes, tuck your shirt in. Scotty's like, oh, I got that. I've been doing that since I was 10. Oh, man. Man, what else is going on? How was UFC last night? Somebody give me like a quick overall rundown. Like explain like hour 5. AB, my son is a drummer for Ty Gregory tonight, 6 to 8:30. If you like live music at the Rooftop in Nashville tonight. Okay. All right. Dude, that's awesome, man. All right, we definitely got to plug that. Shoot, I'd like to go. Yeah, anybody's in Nashville, man. Rooftop in Nashville tonight, 6 to 8:30. Jeff, that's awesome. Dude, drummers are insanely talented, man. Like I'm not the most musically inclined. But I've been just around it like anybody has, right? And like you watch drummers and man, the same thing with guitars. Like is anybody out there ever tried to play guitar, right? And it's like even like holding it and like just getting your fingers like accustomed and used to it, like the way drummers are hitting, like using both hands hitting up, it's impressive as hell, man. Like whatever genre of music. Anybody, like drummers are crazy talented. I mean all music people are. I like just like watching the people just good at what they do, you know. But Jeff, that's cool, man. Jinxie, I feel like Peak Tiger would still be a toss up because people in general are better now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the competition's definitely strong. Golf is crazy hard. I mean, duh. Like anybody here who's played golf once. Yeah, Matty boy, it's good to see you, buddy. Hey, well, I know you got to run, but yeah, tell us about training, man. How it went. Hopefully, it went okay. Yeah, dude, it must be nuts, like to make the like PGA Tour. I look at it like baseball. You have so much competition, Like think how many players are in minor league baseball. Think how many friggin' good players are in minor league baseball. I play drums. Let's get the band back together again. There we go. Liddy playing drums. Don't hear too much about course redesigns and stuff. That's a good point. That is a great point. That's a great point, man. Dude, I didn't even think about that. But Hawk, you might have just described like how we define goats in golf or goats. I mean, in any sport. I mean, like you look at like Bob Gibson as a pitcher for the Cardinals. I mean, number one, he had a season with a 1.21 ERA, and he had like 27 complete games. But I mean, they had to mow the mound down. Like, they had to literally change the game because of this guy, right? Like, and Hawk, what you're talking about with Tiger is real. Every year, it felt like courses were redesigning. They had to get longer. They had to, all that stuff. It's a good point, man. Gibson changed the game. Yeah. Like, it's crazy to think about how good you are that you change the game at the professional level. I'm not even talking about being the best player in your field. That's one thing. If you could stand on a Major League Baseball diamond today, right? Like Aaron Judge could look around and say, I'm the best hitter on planet Earth at hitting home runs right now, at this moment. Right? Which is insane. But then also, there's a step above that. And that's they had to make fences 400 feet because of me. It's nuts that there are people that are, I mean, having that type of an impact on a sport is outlandish to even think about. Augusta changed like 3 times. Yeah. Dude, the guys, okay, here's the next game. And I mean, obviously, we're going to have to wait. But the dudes, we need to get one of these guys on the show and do like an interview. We need to do interviews on here. But we need to get the guys who Augusta National has these dudes that work there that are in the white caddy uniforms, and their job is to go around and take green spray paint and hit any areas where, like, if you're walking and say, you just like you slip, on a rock, which there are no rocks there, but you know what I mean, right? Like, you just slip on the grass and say you take like a little chunk of grass out, dirt is barely showing. Somebody within a minute will be there and spray paint that spot. And they do it all week. The next game is catching them on TV, because TV tries to hide them, and they hide, because the whole course, I mean, it's just woods, right? Georgia pines. I don't know why I thought about that, but that's a fascinating job. They do it all day. Like, you will never see a bad spot there. Bibbo, I used to play guitar for a band called Not My Kids. We opened for Godsmack during their song, Better Go Away. The after party made me quit my drinking ways. That's cool, though. Oh, man. We were a church band. Quick, they're coming in. I surrender all. Singing hymns. Oh, my God. Yeah, I can imagine so. It's a great story. Minus 17. I mean, he's just out here dominating. Like, okay, imagine all of us together. We are the marketing team for the PGA Tour. Okay? How would you market Scotty Scheffler? Like, okay, here's a better question. All of us are the marketing team for the PGA Tour, and Liddy is our closer, right? Like, we go find the advertiser that fits the golfer, and we send Liddy to go close the deal. What product would you identify with Scotty Scheffler? Does that make sense? Like if we were marketing Cal Raleigh and Toyota Tundra trucks. Makes sense, right? Company, Pacific Northwest based, trucks, catcher, big dumper. What product would you put with Scotty Scheffler? And there are no dumb answers. Trust me. And I mean that seriously. Having sat in somewhat high-level marketing meetings, say it. You never know. Rick said razors. Dude's pretty clean cut. That's not bad. That's actually really good. And an industry that spends a lot of money on marketing. Rick, you're actually very spot on here. Like Scotty Scheffler and Gillette. That's a great answer. We might not find a better one. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. There you go. Rally with dump trucks, right? Dartboards. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Like, dude, that would be good. Something with accuracy. Something with precision. You know, he would be good. Okay, here's a question. All right, let's play this game with Scheffler, but let's play it with cars. Let's just go with cars. And we don't even have to get the actual make of the vehicle, but what brand, right? Let's play that game. What brand of vehicle would you put with Scotty Scheffler? Would you go luxury? You know, precision, engineering, fine tuning, as you know, Larry was just talking about there. Would you go like a BMW, right? Mercedes. Would you go a domestic brand? Ford, Chevy. Does he put out those qualities? Like what? Who's the target audience of Scotty Scheffler? Like to me, it screams 44 to 65 age. Target, and I'm talking about like the target demographic. Like 44 to 65, male, probably college educated, probably married, kids, neighborhood, in a city like a Nashville, a tier 2 type city. Scotty with Louisville police for public service announcement. Dude, we got to do something about this. The time on this Roku. Roku, we're going to solve your problem after we solve the PGA's problem. So, yeah. So 44 to 65, male, likely college educated, likely married, 1.25 kids, right? Like that's probably the target audience. So that if you're looking at a vehicle, it's either going to be like a nice truck, right? Or like an introduction to a luxury vehicle, but not, a goddamn Ferrari. Like, your base and step model above base model Mercedes, Lexus, right? Like that's probably the audience that you're looking for, which is not a bad audience target demographic. But you're going to limit yourself. And if you are the vehicle, like the auto manufacturer, you're probably going to lose money on the deal. Like Scotty is not going to just bring people there because it's Scotty Scheffler. But why you're doing it and why you're paying him that money is the visibility. Because you are going to be visible to every single person in that target demographic of that golf community because he wins. So his name is there. So he might not be the most marketable person when you put a microphone in front of him, but the name value, his name is essentially the PGA Tour's name. So you're paying him to get, basically you're getting him and you're getting the PGA Tour because he's atop the PGA Tour. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to get worked in on that as well. So the money, you're not going to directly make the money back, but you will in visibility. He's a fascinating character, though, because even when you put him in commercials and stuff, he's not going to be entertaining. So you're going to have to be the creativity behind it as well, right? Like when you're putting together the storyboards, you know, for what the commercial is going to be, like you're going to have to carry it. You're going to have to do good writing. You know, if it Peyton Manning, we could just say, hey, man, go talk for 20 seconds about driving the line. What's driving the line? It's a sports betting community. Okay. Right. And Peyton Manning could go cover that. You pay Peyton Manning not only for the name and the visibility, but because you know that your writing doesn't have, like, you don't have to be perfect. His wit and his, you know, communication ability and body communication can cover a lot of that. So when you're paying a Peyton Manning, you know, a Shane Gillis type, like they could carry a lot for you, a whole lot for you. Scotty, you're going to have to carry it. Like and here's the other interesting part. And here's what I want you to pay attention to when you see commercials with athletes. Okay? Watch when you see the commercial, come on. Are they in their uniform or not? And let me explain why that makes a difference. You put them in their uniform if you believe people aren't going to have an inherent knowledge of who they are. Right? I remember a lot. Look, there are a lot of Peyton Manning commercials, you know, years ago where he was in a uniform because they didn't think that even him. That, you know, the old question is, you know, that you ask if you're in a room of like us, like sports fans, right? And you say, all right, would your mom know who this person is? Assuming that you're like, you know, your mom doesn't watch sports, doesn't know any of this, you know, and you say, Tom Brady. Yeah, she knows who Tom Brady is. You know, yeah, she knows who Peyton Manning is, right? Scotty's not going to get that. So you're going to have to put, what I'm getting at is that you're going to have to identify who he is. And you're going to have to do it more than just like putting his name on the commercial. Like you're going to have to make it a golf theme to connect it. Because even golf fans, if you didn't put his name and it wasn't around golf, it was just Scotty Scheffler walking into a Home Depot not in golf clothes, like in jorts, like people would not know who he is, right? So anytime that you see a commercial with athletes, pay attention if they're in their uniform or not. And then pay attention if they give them a nameplate. That'll show you where they place said athlete on like the knowability level, if that makes sense. Kirk, Peyton being on SNL helped to reach the people who don't follow NFL. Absolutely. Yep, it did. Like, it's crazy to think that there are so many millions and millions and millions and millions that like don't watch sports, do not pay attention to it. So somebody that we all know, they were like, yeah, how do you not know Bryce Harper? Put Bryce Harper, on the whatever network, that doesn't watch sports. They don't know who he is. They think he's just some actor model, That guy, Scotty in a Benz commercial rose went down with NWA plastic. Scotty Scheffler for bail bonds. Electric car for Scotty, tied to the clean. That's not a bad look either. And that's not a bad look. You guys have nailed two of these. You've drilled them. Gillette. I don't know, whatever brand, wants to push their electric vehicle for Scotty. Like, these are great. Liddy, pressing my suit, ready to close deals. Hey, the closer, baby. DTL's got Mariano Rivera. Ready to go. Kirk, I compare Scotty with NHL stars. Most people don't recognize them. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, most golfers are like that. Like, it's actually pretty rare that someone like fully transforms, and makes it over to the, popular light. Like John Daly did, because, look who John Daly is, right? Tiger Woods obviously did. Phil Mickelson kind of did. I mean, there are a lot of people who wouldn't know who Phil Mickelson is, which sounds crazy, but there'd be a lot. I mean, baseball's the same way. Baseball, the easiest to market is the NBA, because you only have 5 dudes on the court for a team. You're right up close, and you could see their face. That's the difference. You could see their face. And the NBA also absolutely leads all sports in the young demographic. They absolutely crush it. That's why they get paid so well. Like, you look at like TV deals and you're like, how's the NBA? They're just, it's powerful, man. It's powerful marketing that like you see them up close. You see their faces. Football, dude, you've got a helmet on. Baseball, you've got a hat or a helmet on. NHL, you've got a helmet on. Right? Soccer, the camera's real far away because the field is so big. But basketball is marketable because you're right there. And they're cool. You know what I mean? Like, NBA players, like that's why they lead like the fashion trends, like, all like the public pop culture type stuff. The NBA is super marketable, man. Super marketable. Daly is one of us, common folk. Absolutely. Right? No doubt. It's yeah, but NHL stars, you're right. Yeah, Daly, yep. NBA, absolute Adam, correct. Yeah, very global. Yeah, dude, Roku. What we're trying to be a professional outfit here. I got to figure that out. That's a why. Why else? Why else would anybody would take the time to put a picture on their TV of a screensaver, and then the screen, like, it lasts for like 60 seconds? There's got to be a setting for it. Daly was hilarious, laying his cigarette down while he swung. Yeah, he's the best, dude. Now he plays like with no shoes, drinking beer, but dude, he'll go out and drink chocolate milk too. Daly's awesome. Between sticker deals, fast food, sports drinks, their faces are everywhere. They're everywhere, dude. Like, and especially, like, if you are at the top in the NBA, I mean, you're going to get pushed to the moon. Like, look at LeBron James. Now, and again, it's friggin' LeBron James. Like, God's not firing out a bunch of LeBron Jameses, right? But, like, when you are at the top sport, dude, they can push you so far. And, like you guys said, too, with it being global, a lot of the push we don't see. Come on, Rory. But no, I mean, you guys are right. Like, the NBA is monster global. And that's what visibility does, man. It's not that, people find basketball a better sport than football or whatever. So visibility does, man. Especially just with, that's why, like, wrestling, sports like that, when you're an individual sport or a tag team, but you get my gist, and you're marketed big and people can see you clearly, know who you are, goes a long way, man. Real long way. That's why we don't know offensive linemen. Unit, 5 dudes, helmets, all look the same. That's why you don't hear about any offensive lineman NIL deals. You hear about quarterbacks, though. All right, we'll get out of here. We got an hour. All right, let me put the picks back up here one more time. And we'll go. All right, Red Sox Cubs over 6.5. Yankees Braves over 9.5. White Sox Pirates over 9. Orioles Rays over 9. Perfect. Okay. All right. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Enjoy it. We'll be live tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Cash these tickets. We will see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us?